G'day, I'm Abby Dave, and today in this live stream, I'm exploring an alternative to Calendly. And the product we're looking at is called Koalender. And I'm doing this because recently I had to look at employing a staff member to help me as a virtual assistant. And I was looking around at different tools. I have nothing against Calendly. In fact, I don't even know it, but I thought I'd have a look at what other products were around in 2024. So let's have a look at the problem I'm trying to solve. So about 2 weeks ago, this was the calendar that I put in place. And we've basically got the work that I do for my job is all up in the top of this calendar. In the bottom is my personal life. And in the middle, it's usually filled with content creation, video editing, that sort of stuff. And it's a very busy day for me, usually. Well, it got even busier because all these green sections in the calendar are people that I had to interview. And I was interviewing people for about 30 minutes with a 30-minute break between. And to set all this up, this is where I used Koalender. Now, could I use Calendly? I could. This product is meant to be one of the best out there. It even has a free version, but I decided to look around. And the way I did that was I went over to ChatGPT and I said, is there an alternative to Calendly? And use search. So I'm using ChatGPT 4, which will use Bing search to do that. And I told it what I needed. I needed an unlimited number of appointments, but I also needed multiple booking pages. And the reason for that is I needed to do first interviews. I needed to do second interviews. So it's come up with a list of products with links to each of these products that you can go and watch. And one of them was Koalender. So let's go have a look at it and see what it looks like. So from an end user's point of view, it's this very simple view. You've got meet with Alice. I want that to say meet with David, have my logo or something like that, have a bunch of dates that people can select to book a time with me, and then let them pick a time that they would like to connect with me. So compared to Calendly, it's pretty much the same. There's a lot of the same features. One of the things that made it a little bit different is this one feature here called unlimited booking pages. And that's the idea that I need first interview, second interview sort of concepts. There's a few other things that it does that you can't get in the other product. From a pricing point of view, they're very similar. It's about $1 different per month. So there's not a huge compelling reason to not to use this over the other one. But for me, I like to test different products, and that's what I'm doing here. So if we head over to the last booking that I created, it's called Meet with Dave. And what we're going to do is create the meeting request for the second interview. So we can come up to here and press the clone button. So it's going off, it's cloning all the information, and we can see information here. And what we're going to do is, firstly, we're going to play around with the URL. Now, one of the things I learnt this morning just playing around with this again is that this is global to other accounts. So might be a bit challenging to get the name you want. If I said meet with David, I wouldn't be able to do that. But what I'm going to do is go with Happy Dave, second interview. That sounds good to me. We might just copy that and we might say interview, second interview, like that. Now, when I looked at the logo I had here, I thought, I wonder why there's this white line around it, because my logo doesn't look like that. And it's because I've said make it round. So I'm just going to change this. And now we have my logo in place. I've set the meeting to custom. Now, some of these meeting types that you select actually require you to have the paid version of the product, but today we're just testing the free one. And I've typed in custom as being Skype. This is how I'm going to connect with people. So I might put the description as second interview for an assistant for my YouTube channel. And we've got my calendars, and the main thing I want to do is make sure that the availability is in place. So I do all my general work up until around midday here in Australia. So I'm just going to set it from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. We will work with a meeting duration of 30 minutes. Now, when I did it last time, I had a buffer, so there was actually a 30-minute padding between each meeting, the way it was set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go without buffer, which means meetings can be back to back, and I think I'm okay with that. And we will just leave the calendars in place, and I reckon the rest of it's all okay to go. So what are people going to see? Meet with David, second interview for assistant for my YouTube channel, March 2024, and we've got dates going in there. Now let's just check. We've got 1 p.m. and this may be because of the time today. Let's just go, if we go to the next day, we can see there's other times available. So we'll just put that in there, and we will hit the save button. And lastly, let's actually click this copy link here, and we should actually be able to open the page. And we can open the page from here. We could select time and book. Now, the idea is that for this next coming week, I'm going to fill this up with appointments that I'm sending out to particular people, and I can have a second interview and we'll see how we move forward with getting an assistant for the channel. Anyway, I'm Appy Dave, and what I generally do is I help people with ChatGPT, whether that be prompt engineering, just using ChatGPT, or the automation of ChatGPT. So if you're interested, I'm putting together an academy where I work with small groups of people with the sort of questions that they might have with ChatGPT. If that's not what you're interested in, but you like what I'm talking about, then like and subscribe. I'd love to see you in the next video.